So this is the paper 4 or the calc paper solving. Okay, the things I said in the first in the paper 2 non-calc video. Okay, those apply to this also. If you want me to delete this, then sure, because this is a leak and we do not know that if this is legitimate or not. Let's start. Okay. So 7.25 million. Million means 10 to the 6th power, because if you write a million, this just means this, so a million is this. So we just do 725,000 million, and that is your answer. ABC is a right angle triangle. Find the value of x and the value of y. X can be just 180 something. Now this is a calculator paper, so I do not have to do the working on screen. This is 106, and the angle of y we can calculate. You can calculate. If you see, y is this like 180 thingy, so this is 180 minus 180 minus 90 minus 74 is equal to 16. This is small bit, and the remaining would be 180 minus 16 is equal to 164. Now 3 marks. I am not sure of the marking. Okay, I do not have the marking scheme, so I will just do precaution, like be safe. Okay, and let's write down the working for y, because x is simple. Calculate this. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. This, I do not know why on earth is this 3 in 2 marks. 10 minus 7 over 8 to the 3 times 2. So this is 8.660 as the to one decimal place. Yeah, this is 8.7. And let's do 8.660. Okay, and then this is the rounding. 1 mark for the answer and 1 mark for the rounding. It either is, and if you do not round, okay, you'll just get M1. If you do round, you'll get M1A1. Okay, the not rounding is M1A0, and that's that. Exchange rate between pound to dollar is this, and the pound to rupees is this. The computer costs this. I need to find in rupees. So that's euro. Okay, both share the conversion to euro. So we do dollar to euro and euro to rupees. Okay, so this is 1 to 128, euro to dollar, 1 to 1.28, 576 to x is equals to 576 over 1.28 is equals to 576 divided by 1.28 is equals to 450. Now euro to rupees is 1 to 115, 452 x. So x is equal to 450 times 115, which is 450 times 115, which is 51750. See, this is like how inflation is. It'll cost this much. It can be like within the local currency, the local salary in dollars, but in rupees, when you come to Pakistan or something, you'll just be scared. What is this price? Journey takes 16 hours and 18 minutes. The flight departs from Mumbai at 11:50. Local time in Mumbai is 10.5 hours ahead of the local time in New York. What does this time mean? So NY is equals to plus 10.5 is equals to Mumbai. Find the local time in New York when Nisha's flight arrives. So in New York, so in Mumbai, the flight departs at 11:50, and we need to add 16-18 minutes to it. 16-18 to it. So we get 8, 5, 6. This will just carry on. Okay, 6, 7, 8, and 2. 28:08, and 28:08 is the time. But we do not need to convert it because we know this equation. 10.5 is 10:30, so NY is plus 10:30 is equals to Mumbai time, which is 28:08. If we solve for New York, it will be minus 10:30. Nice. Now 8 minus 0 is this 8. 0 we need to carry 1, so 8, 7, and we need to add 6. So 6 minus 3 is equals to 3, then 7, 2 minus 1 is 17:38, and that is the time at New York, 17:38. A bit of hard work, but come on. If plane flies a distance of 12,800 kilometers, calculate the average speed of the plane on its flight in kilometers an hour. This is simple, so the journey takes 16 hours and 18 minutes. 16 hours plus 18 minutes is equal to 18 minutes. 16 minutes is equals to an hour. So we do 18 minutes times hour over 60 is equals to 18 times 1 over 60, which is 0.3 hours. Okay, this is 16.3 hours. Okay, so we do 128,000 kilometers over 16.3 hours is equals to 12800 divided by 16.3. We get the answer 785.276 kilometers an hour. Okay, average speed. So yeah, I will just write the answer 758.276 kilometers an hour. Okay, up to 3 decimal places, because I do not know the rulings on this. Like, do you have to round or something? Because it's speed, it could ask you to be accurate also. Counters. He takes a yellow counter, is this stingy? What is this? This is 0.27. What is this? This is 0.6. Find the probability that he takes a red counter. So we know the yellow, we know the blue, we need to know the red. Now for the red, we can instead do so we have y plus b plus r is equals to 1. R is equals to 1 minus y minus b. R is equals to 1 minus y. And what is y? 0.27 minus b 0.6, which is the answer. 1 minus 0.27 minus 0.6, which is the answer 0.13, and that is our answer. Nice and done. 9 minutes in, and I think we need to speed up a bit. Find p when r is equals to negative 15 and t is equals to 7. Now this is a trick question, because this is in p squared. We need to find p, so we need to do square root first. So p is equals to square root of negative 15 squared minus 8 to the 7. So this is square root of 15 squared minus 8 times 7, which is 13, and that is our answer. 13. I predict the marking scheme being something like so. but plus minus is not needed, because people have this, like, okay, I think you can just have plus minus because you technically are solving for y. Arrange to make t the subject. So we do p squared minus r squared on that side, then we divide by negative 8 squared. Dividing by a negative is the same as multiplying by a negative, so let's do r squared minus p squared, and 8 is equals to t. You can do other steps, but come on. A prism has 6 planes of symmetry. The cross section of the prism is a regular polygon. Write down the name of the regular polygon. Has 6 planes of symmetry. So if you do not know, this tests your theory. Okay, a prism. Okay, when we have a prism, okay, one of the planes of symmetry is going to be for the height. Okay, technically the 3D aspect of it, the width of the prism. Okay, if it's like lying flat, and the face, like the cross section, is the remaining. So it is n plus 1, and we know n plus 1 is equal to 6, n is equal to 5. Which regular shape has 5 lines of symmetry? Yes, a pentagon. A pentagon. So it looks like this goofy up, and so if we just cut it like so, you might just get something like a pentagon in here, and then the remaining planes are like this again, and this, that sort of thing. Okay, let's trust the process. A tank in the shape of a sphere has a radius 40. So a sphere has a radius, this is not a ball shape, has a radius of 40. Okay, just trust me on this one. And show that the capacity of a tank is 268 liters. Connect to the nearest liter. What does this mean? Okay, meaning so it means it's plugging in the formula. 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Pi 40 cubed is equals to 4 over 3 times pi times 40 to the third power, and this is 268,082.573 centimeters cubed. This is in centimeters cubed. Now we need it to be in liters, and so what is 1 liter? 1 liter is 1,000 centimeters cubed. So basically this will be 268 liters. Okay, nice. The tank contains 268 liters of water. The water from the tank is emptied into a cylindrical container at a rate of this. Am I doing it right? Wait. Okay, yeah, this is correct. I was a bit, unsure about this. Okay, let's continue. The water from the tank is emptied into a cylindrical container at a rate of 300 milliliters per second. So from the sphere, we fill it inside the cylinder. Calculate the time taken for the tank to be completely emptied. Give your answers in minutes and seconds. Connect to the nearest second. So it has 268 liters of water. Correct to the nearest integer. Okay, 268 liters. Now 300 milliliters a second. This is our rate. Let's convert this. No, it'll be messy. How about this into liters? So this is 0.3 liters a second. Okay, if we divide this, you'll get seconds on top. So 0.3 liters a second. I like to do dimensional analysis thingy, the liters cancel out. Now the second is in the denominator, so you just multiply it on both top and bottom. So the seconds will be in the numerator, and hence we'll get the correct answer. And then this is 268 divided by 0.3. The answer would be 893 seconds. 893.333. Repeating seconds is into nearest integer. Okay, next we just convert it into minutes. Okay, minutes and seconds. So we divide it by 893 over 60 is equals to if we just do like convert it to a mixed fraction on the calculator, you get 145360. So the answer is 14 minutes and 53 seconds. Okay, if it's like something like a half, like example 3 a half, so you just do 60 times a half to get the seconds thingy. Okay, this little trick is quite good. Just converting it to a mixed fraction immediately in the calculator. A cylindrical container has a radius of 50 and a height of 40. Calculate the percentage of the container that is filled with water. Ooh, so that means when you flush it out, okay, when you flush it out, it isn't going to be filled all the way. Okay, so we need to convert this into this. So this is less than the container area. Okay, then we need to find the percentage of it. Okay, so it is the container, the volume of the container will be pi 50 squared times 40 is equals to 1 lakh times pi centimeters cubed. This is so perfect, man. So yeah, this is 5 zeros, pi centimeters cubed. Okay, so this is in centimeters cubed. We divide by 1000, so we get 100 pi liters. 100 pi liters is equals to 314 around about 314.159 liters. Okay, and just use this 159 liters. Okay, now we calculate the percentage. So this is 268 liters over 314.159 liters times 100. Okay, yeah, 268, and the liters cancel out, and then we get the remaining answer. 314.159 times 100 is equals to 85.31%. 85.31% correct to the correct to 3SF. Nice. Ooh. Angle BCD is 117 degrees. Write two simultaneous equations to solve for them to find the value of x and the value of y. So B, C, and D is 117. Okay. And we know two things. Negative 6x plus 9y is 117 degrees. And the total angle is 360 degrees. So if we do negative 6x plus 9y 2 times, okay, because these are the same, plus 2 times 2x plus 3y. This is 360. These are the two equations that we have made. So we can just simplify the second one and move on. Now if we divide by 2, this is equals to 180. Okay, then we do negative 6 plus 2, which is negative 4x, plus 9 plus 3 is equals to 12, y is equals to 180, which is we can simplify this. This is negative 2x plus 3y is equals to 39. This is in smallest term. This we can divide by 4. We get negative x plus 3y is equals to 180 divided by 4 is equals to 45. These are the two equations that we made. Negative 2x plus 3y is equals to 39 and negative x plus 3y is equals to 45. Okay, I hope nothing is wrong here. If we just minus this, okay, yes, this is very unnatural for me, just minusing it directly. I might just do flip the sign beforehand, but come on. So this is negative 2 minus negative 1, it is negative 1, same, and this is 3 minus 3 is equals to 0. So this is negative x is equals to 39 minus 45 is equals to negative 6, and here we get x is equals to 6. Wow. Okay, as a safety measure, I like to just for a heads up. Okay, when you find the values, okay, I like to recheck it by plugging it in and seeing the answer. Okay, here we should expect this equation to solve and get 63. Okay, we expect this to give us 63 later on. Okay, this is 6. Let's plug it into here, and we get negative 6 plus 3y is equals to 45. 45 plus 6 is equals to 51. 3y is equals to 51, or y is equals to 17. And there we go, y is equals to 17. Nice. So as a safety, I would like to recheck it. So okay, plugging it in, this is 117 and this is 63. Correct. So we found the correct values. X is equal to 6 and y is equal to 17. Let's put a box around them because we are sure that this is the correct values. Okay, let's plug the x and y into here, and we got the same values that we expected to get. Moving on. Acceleration during the first 28 seconds of this part of the journey is 0.25 meters a second. Show that v is equal to 32 meters a second. Now, what is acceleration in a speed time graph? It is v over m, v over s is equals to a. So now v over t is equals to a. Sorry, my bad. So we do rise over run next. So this is v minus 20 as the rise, and we run 48, and the answer should be 1 over 4. Okay, we rise by v minus 20, and we just go solve for v. So v is equals, so this is 4v minus 80 is equals to 48. 4v is equals to 48 plus 80 is equals to 128, or v is equals to 128 divided by 4 is equals to 32. Nice. Work out the total distance traveled during the 65 seconds. Distance means the entire area. So 48. So this will be 20 plus 32 all over 2 times 48. If we cannot see it, then this is a trapezium. This is 20, this is 48, no, 32, sorry. Which is also V, and this is 48. Like so. Then this area is 65 minus 48, which is 17 times 32 all over 2. So the area would be the area would be, if we just add these together, we will get 20 plus 32 all over 2 times 48. 1248 plus 17 times 32 divided by 2 is equal to 272. 1248 plus 272 is equal to 1520. Boom. Solve this question. 4x minus 3, 5 is equal to 7 minus 2 over 3. Everyone crashes out about these. I do not know why. How hard are these? Let's multiply the damn denominator. How poisonous is this simple step. So this is we can cut out the 5, we can cut out the 3 because it cancels out. If we just do 5 times 3, then the 5 cuts out, and then you're left with this being multiplied by 3. This is 12x minus 9 is equal to 5 times 3. The 3 cuts out, so this is 35 minus 10x. See, this is in a calculator paper. When you have the liberty of doing with a calculator, you forget basic arithmetic yourself because you have power. Okay, 22x is equals to 35 plus 9, 44. X is equals to 2. Nice. Very simple. Find the 3 inequalities. Hey, see, this is why I was saying in the first video that this is solved. This is a scam. I want my unsolved paper right now. This is cheating, dude. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is indeed x is less than equals to 3. This okay, we just need to go opposite, so instead this is x is greater than 3 because we need to go shade this region over here. Okay, it's actually right side of it. So this is x is greater than 3. I personally like to have it like so. X is greater than 3. Next is this region. Okay, for this one, okay, the equation is y is equals to x minus 1, and this is lower. Okay, the area is below it. So what do? Y should be less than this thing. So y is less than. Now we do not have the equals because this is a dotted line. So y is less than x minus 1. Okay, I'll be a newbie and also 3. Okay, remember the arrow, it's like a greedy alligator. it points to the greater area. Okay, next is this. The equation for this is a half x negative a half x plus 2 is equals to y, because I don't know, just read my notes and do coordinate geometry. This is rise of 1. Okay, and this is a run of negative 2, because we are going in the opposite direction. So that is like so. So this is like that, and the region is above it. We need to shade the region above this region. So y value should be greater, and this is a thick line, so it is equal. How many questions are there? Oh my god, our brains are shrinking. We have been getting a shorter screen watch time. Two bottles are mathematically similar. The larger bottle has a capacity of liters and height of centimeters. The smaller bottle has a capacity of liters. Calculate the height of the smaller bottle. Now liters is the same as volume. So this is 1.35 over 0.4 liters is equals to height of 24 over height centimeters. Okay, so it is like so. If we solve for each, we get h cubed is equals to 24 cubed over 1.35 over 0.4 in brackets, and so this works out to be 1.35 divided by 0.4, and this is 4096. I seriously do not know how is this question so perfect. It just says, so we just take the cube root of this, and we get 16. Voila. The domain of f is these three values. Find the range of what? This is domain and range. And okay, so domain and range, all that good stuff is in 0606. And I was literally when I was doing my first paper, my 4024 paper 1, I was seeing the guys, the two others from my school, struggle about domain and range, and I was like, oh, I do not know this, because I was weak in it. So yeah, so I hope I was lucky I did not get this type of question. Anyways, I think this is like the first time I am ever seeing a question like this. Okay, literally I have only solved like past papers from 2015 to 2019 in maths. Okay, yearlies. Okay, and I haven't came across this question. I use the trash topicals MS notes, fight me, but come on, that I disagree with them also. So yeah, I did not even come across this question. I could have used my add maths knowledge, but I was not. I wanted to use the methods that are taught in 4024 anyways. So yeah, while telling that story, I have been completing this. Negative flips these, so this is 10 minus x is equal to 2y. If you are not sure, then that is the answer, is equal to f of inverse. Find gf in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So to find the girlfriend, we need to plug in f into 2x squared plus 3. So 2x squared plus 3, 10 minus 2x. So we expand this to 100 minus 10 times negative 2 times 2 is equal to 40x plus 4x squared plus 3. So this is 8x squared minus 80x plus 203. And blah blah blah, you get the answer like so. Paste. For people who are wondering if you can just leave a question like this and not have this area, I mean, you might get the guy might be generous and say it's okay, but you never know if he actually means being generous. For this, we do not know how to find the inverse of a exponential, so we remove the we do not find the inverse of exponential. So we know x. Let's assign this some value is equals to u, and we know that to solve for u, we can use the fact if we apply each onto the entire function. The composite of a function and its inverse is the input. It cancels out, like how you do square on square root. It cancels out. So this is the same behavior we use. 10 to the 2 over u. Now our goal is different. We want to solve for u now. Okay, now, so how do we do that? We then do this in terms of 10 power. So this is 10 to the 4 is equal to 10 to the 2 over u. 4 is equal to 2 over u is equals to u is equals to a half, and that is our answer, a half. And this is the case. Okay, if we do find h inverse, which is some logarithm something, it is going to be that thingy. Temperature T degrees Celsius of a liquid is given by the formula T is equal to AB to the x, where x is the number of minutes after 2 p.m. T is equal to 80 at 2 p.m. and T is equal to 20 at 2:30 p.m. Find the value of A and value of B. This is a exponential growth question. Okay, and T is in x is in minutes. Okay, x is time, B is the the x in the base, and A is the markiplier. So at t is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0, it is at 2 p.m. So t is equal to 80 is equal to a b to the 0, it is a, so a is equal to 80. Now at x is equal to 30 p.m, t is equal to 20 is equal to 80 b to the 30 is equals to, now if we solve for b, we can just do 20 over 80, which is 1 over 4, is equals to b to the 30. Then we do square root of 30, No, radical index 30 on both sides. Yes. So this gives us a value of 0.955. Value of A and the value of B. So A is 80 and value of B, I hope this is correct. No, this is not correct. At 2 p.m. So number of minutes after 2 p.m. So it is 80. It is 0 minutes. So this is that. Done. 30. So A is 30. This is 20. So this should have worked. No, never mind. I was just doing wrong. Okay. This is the answer. 0.955. What is this? Okay, sorry. A curve has the equation this. Find the gradient of the curve at x is equals to 1.5. Okay, now I have done add maths. Okay, 4037. So I know how to find the derivative. Okay, and this is the basic. You remember this at your birth thingy for igcse students. Y prime is equal to 3x squared minus, so we do 2, so this is minus 5x, and y prime at 1.5 is equals to 3 1.5 squared minus 5 1.5 is equals to negative 3 over 4. Nice. So this is negative 0.75. This is going to be OR equivalent. Okay, you have a calculator, so OR equivalent is inevitable. Them putting OE instead. Information about the time that each of 90 trains is delayed by. Calculate an estimate of the mean. What do you mean? So this is in intervals, so we just take the middle value. 10 plus 30 is equals to 20. So this is 37.5. 45 plus 75 divided by 2, this is 60. So this is 5 times 13 plus 20 times 35 plus 37.5 times 36 plus 60 times 6, 5 times 13 plus 20 times 35 plus 37.5 times 36 plus 60 times 6 is equals to 2475 over 90. It gives us the answer 27.5. A neat value. A histogram is drawn to show the information in the table. The height of the bar for the interval 10 to 30 is 14 centimeters. Calculate the height of the bar for each of the other intervals. What? So it's a histogram and the height is 14. Why is it 14? Bro. So we get that the height is 14 and the interval size is 20. So this is 20 and it is 14. Okay, and this is an area of 20 times 14 is equals to 80. To 80 an area, but to get 35 we have to divide by 8. So to 80 divided by 8 is 35. So the area must be 8 times the frequency, so let's do that. So we know the widths of each, we know the widths of each. So the width is 5. The width would be then 37.5, and the next width would be 60. Okay, 60. Then the height would be something where such that we know that the area would be 8 times the frequency. So this is 8f over x is equals to height. So the frequency is 13. 13 times 8 divided by 5 is 20.8 meters of height. Then we have 30. So 8 times 36 divided by the middle value 37.5. No, these values are wrong. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. The width, yeah, we are to guess the width. This is just a coincidence. The width of this is 10. The width of this is 45 minus 30, which is 15. And the width of this is 45 minus 75, 30. So this is the same 8f over x height. So this is the frequency is 13 times 8 divided by the width 10. So this is 10.4. Then we have 8 times 36 divided by 15. This is 19.2. Okay, next we have 8 times 6 divided by 30, which is 1.6. That is the answer. Okay, so let me recap. How did I know that this is the work we have to do? I noticed that the width is 20, okay, and the height is 14, and the area of this is 280. Now in a histogram it should represent frequency in some way or another. Okay, and so I related this to frequency. What do I have to do to the frequency to get the area? I have to I have to multiply it by 8 to get the area. So that's how I get this equation, 8 times the frequency, but that's the area. I divided by width, okay, to get the height. Okay, I hope you can understand my thought process behind this. Okay, 2 of the trains with delays of more than 30 minutes are chosen at random. When the probability that just one of these trains is delayed for 45 minutes or less. So more than 30 is chosen. So the frequency would be 36 plus 6 is 42. Trains are chosen at random. Find probability that just one of these trains is delayed for 45 minutes or less. For 45 or less. So out of the 42, we need 36 to be delayed. Okay, so 36 is in the range 30 to 45. So the answer is 36 over 42. Okay, this is reading the question, Find in terms of this. Oh God. This is a geometric, so this is 1 over 6 times 6 to the n minus 1. So this is 1 over 36 to the 6 to the r, or 6 to the r minus 2. Okay, because at this is 6 to the 0 and none. Two angles A and B are formed when two lines meet at a point. Angle A is given by the equation this. To find two possible values of angle B. Now we need to solve this. This is a trick question. This is 3 tan of A is equal to negative 2.5. Tan of A is equal to negative 2.5 over 3. Now let's draw this. This is negative 2.5 and this is 3. In a unit circle with like so. So it is somewhat like this. This is the line that we have to find, and this is the angle we have to find. But this line is also extended to this area also. So the tangent will give us two values. Either it will be this, or either it will be this negative, this negative angle. Okay, this remaining angle. That is the tangent. Because in this either the height is negative or either the length is negative. Okay, so we do in degrees mode inverse tangent of negative 2.5 all over 3. This gives us A is equals to a negative value. So what do? We just add 180 to it. 180 plus this is equals to 140.9194 something. Now it repeats every 180. So it's either this value or either another value, which it will be like this big angle towards here, so this is 360 plus thingy, so this is either 320.194. okay, so we get these two values. Okay, find two possible values of angle B. Now let's have one of the lines be this, and the other line will be this. Now angle A and B are formed. We do not know what A and B are. Okay. Now we can just have it like this. Now this means angle A is either this big angle or either angle A is a small angle. Okay. So we have for this B will be the 360 minus 140.194 and B is also this other value 320.194. if we do this we get 39.806. that is the possible values I could find. 219 8639.806. Yeah, these both are 806. Sorry. Let's quickly solve the other questions. D. I have already, told you what vectors are, so I do not need to explain this. Okay, if you want, I can have a different separate question to it, dedicated to it, for it, etc. How do you go BE? BE is negative 2p. Trust me. OE. OE 2q minus p minus q. So this is 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. So q minus p. Yeah, we just go this triangle. Q minus p. OB and DC are extended to meet at, oh my god, they even drew this DC, they even drew DC. Are you sure about that? Throw trash bag into space at work. G. Find a position vector of G. Oh my god. This is P and we need to find D. So D is equals, and OD is equals to 2P minus Q. So this is OD plus 2P minus Q plus KP is equals to OB is equals to MP plus Q. And then we just solve this locally down here. No need to then move it down further. So if we equate the p terms, okay, 2 plus k is equals to m, and the q terms, negative q is equals to mq. What? This is wrong. Yeah, 2p minus 2q minus p. 2q minus p. 2q minus p. Yeah, like so. So the p is negative 1 plus k is equals to m, and q is 2 plus k is equals to m. If we minus this, we get negative 1 negative 2 negative 3 is equal to 0. Wow, we solved shit. 2p minus 2q minus p. This is OD. And in DC, we extend DC. DC is P. And OB, we need to extend OB. OB is P plus Q. Why is this not working, dude? So we get this thing. 2 is equal to M. Wow. My stupid. 2 is equal to M and done. Ooh, no. I do not think I can do this in time. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 whole marks. Calculate the area of triangle ABC. ABC. So the area is a half times 6, 100 times 450 times sine of 57, which is 1132220.5267. Okay, I do not care about rounding. Okay, I will just have this. Mark me whatever way you want. Okay, fight me. Show that angle CAD is equal to 85.8. Correct one decimal place. CAD is equal to some angle. We can use sine rule. 35.8. No, we do not have any angles. We can. Okay, this is for 4 marks. Okay, we need to use sine rule heavily. Okay, so the sine rule, this is 290 over sine of 34 is equal to 450 sine of x. So sine of x is equals to sine inverse of 450 divided by 290 times sine of 34. This gives us x is equal to 60.19 degrees. Okay, 60.19 degrees. Next we do completion of angle. Okay, so this is 180 minus 34 minus 60.19 is equals to 85.81, and we get the answer. Boom. There is a vertical mast at point B and vertical mast at point D. So it is vertical. The height of the mast at point B is 250 and point D at 450. So if it's vertical, it may be just 90 degrees with the base. Next, from B it is 250. And from D it is 450. 45. See, this is what I was like, very scared when I saw this question for the first time, when someone DM'd me this question by drawing it themselves. I was like, what on earth are you even asking me, man? I do not even know the context of the question. Calculate the angle of depression on the top of the mass at point D from the point of the top of the mass at point D from the top of the mass at point B. Okay, so let's stand. And it is asking us this angle. Asking us for this angle. Okay, so for this angle is the same as this angle right here. So we can just use this fact to find this angle, and we then find that upper angle that I made over here. Okay, because of corresponding vertically opposite blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it. This height will be 250 minus 45. This is 205. This height 205. Now we need to find the base. We need to find the length dB. How can we do that? We can use cosine rule. Now we have proven this angle is 85.5. So you can successfully do cosine rule. dB squared is equals to 600 is equals to 600 squared plus 290 squared plus minus 2 times 600 290 and cosine of what is 85.5 plus 57 is equals to 142.5, and I'll just immediately do this in my calculator, so hang on tight. So dB is equal to 600 squared plus 290 squared minus 2 times 600 times 290 times cosine of 142.5 is equals to some value 720,186.9624. We take the square root of 720,186.9624. Okay, oh my god, square root, not cube root. This is dB is equals to 848.638, and we can then do 848.638 as this length, this z thingy, and we can then find this angle. This angle is found by tangent of theta is equals to opposite TOA. And theta is equals to inverse tangent of 205 over 848.638 is equals to 13.58 degrees. There, I hope y'all can sleep tonight after I solve this. Okay, and yeah, this entire 15 markers is crazy to give to these innocent, weak igcse students. The length of a cuboid is wow, on the same page. Okay, so this is not 15, so this is 12 markers. Wow. Our cuboid is 2 centimeters, nearest integer, so this is 0.5 centimeters, 0.5 centimeters. The volume of the cuboid is this. Correct to 1 degree. So we know correct to 1 decimal place, so this is 0.05 centimeters. So it is the lower bound L is equals to L times L times L. So the lower bound is 12.123.8 minus 0.1 over 2, which is 123.75 is equals to height lower bound times 2 lower bound 2 minus 1 over 2, which is 1.5 times 4 minus 1 over 2 is equals to 3.5. Now height of L is equals to 123.75 over 1.5 times 3.5 is equals to 123.75 on over 1.5 times 3.5 is equals to 23.571. Centimeters. That is our answer. I'm not sure of this last question, 23, because I've been out of the trig for a long time. I hope this helps with this video. Like, subscribe, share, please. I want to reach 200 subs as of now.